You're the best, Bubba. You're here, so you should automatically feel better, my dude. You should automatically feel better just being in the presence of this wonderful stream tonight. What's up, Donovan? What's up, Horsey McHorseface? What's up, dude? I know you're the Broncos fan. What's up, Damien? How's it going, dude? Bubba, you are the best viewer. That's right. Yes, I know, Donovan. I was there this morning, actually, because she was on while I was on my way to work. She was on when I was on my way to work, so I watch it in the car usually on my way there and kind of interact. So yeah, she was on for a little while. But I know you guys are like getting ready for school and stuff like that, so you can't necessarily participate in all their live broadcasts or whatever. So yes, I'm doing Live Me tonight. I was just on Live Me, dude, and like literally I'm infuriated right now. Like my blood is like trembling or coursing through my body right now. I'm like absolutely just irritated with some moronic person that was just on there doing head-to-heads, and it just like it infuriates me because the app does not have a great way of like explaining, like if you report someone, they don't have a great way of you being able to say like why you're reporting them. Like they have like specific categories that you can choose as to why, but then they always give you back like the same like, well, we'll look into it and we'll let you, like, we'll look into it, but we haven't done anything for now. Like, literally, that's always the response. They never say, like, yes, we actually did something with it after the fact. Like, if they actually took action against someone or told them, like, hey, stop being an idiot. They don't really tell you any of that. So it's just annoying because you have no idea if they actually, like, give a crap about anything that you report. So I'll explain more. Let's get bets going first, though. So let's go ahead and do 3-minute bets while we wait for some people to come in. So obviously today we got Chiefs at Broncos. So Kansas City on a 2-game losing streak. Broncos on a 2-game winning streak. Will the Chiefs be able to get off the slide that they're going through right now? Or will they find a way to bounce back in this game against the Broncos? So here we go. Let's do these bets, guys. It's going to be 0 for Kansas City, 1 for Denver, 0 for Chiefs, 1 for Broncos. But yeah, so this guy, his color doesn't matter, but this guy was on the app, and like literally he'd get it as soon as someone popped up in a head-to-head. The first thing this guy would start doing is he would just outright just start insulting people. Like, oh, you're a fat ass, and look at your stupid hat, and your hat looks like this, or your face looks like a Pop-Tart, or all this crazy stuff. Like the guy, he thought he was being funny. Like he'd sit there and laugh when he's saying this stuff, and it's just like, dude, I'm like, you're not gonna make it very far in the app when you're acting like that. Like, believe it or not, like he has people that actually follow him, which is very surprising considering the guy's, I just kept typing in his chat. He was ignoring my chat. And they didn't disable my chat either. He was intentionally ignoring my chat. I said, this guy is an incompetent fook. I kept saying fook. This guy's an incompetent fook. Report him to the app, report him to Live Me. I just kept saying, you're a stupid fook and like all sorts of stuff. Cause it's kind of like the guy was just being a complete idiot. And then like he would sit there first and he would spend like the first like minute insulting them. Then he's like, oh, hey, how's it going? It's like, no, dude, that's not how it works. You don't like sit here and try to insult people, then play nice. And then there was some guy he went up against who was like higher ranked than him. He was higher ranked than him. And the guy's like, look, dude, he's like, you can check, he's like, look, check my stats, check how much I actually recharge on the app and stuff like that. And the guy, he didn't want to hear any of that because he's probably just one of these guys who just goes on there and doesn't actually give. He's just trying to get money from people. So he's not. The guy's name is NFL when he's got like a little cross through his name. Like it's like NFL, but it's got like each letter's like got a, like, if you do a strike through like in Word or whatever, it's kind of like that. He's some black dude who thinks who thinks he's funny, and he was getting on this guy. So first off, the guy's talking probably about the highest level of ebonics I've ever heard. You know, he couldn't pronounce words properly himself, and then he was some other guy he met. He was like a foreign. He was speaking a foreign language, but he knew how to speak English, and he was giving this guy crap. And first off, it's like, if you only speak English, you can't really give someone else crap for speaking a different language, because first off, they're bilingual, so at least they can understand you, but they can also curse you out in their own language. But on top of that, it's like, you can't even speak English properly yourself, dumbass. So it's like, why are you sitting here? How could you possibly sit here and berate someone else for their ability to speak English when you're speaking your ebonics the whole time? Like, it's just freaking ridiculous. Like, it just pissed me off so much. I was like so pissed off at this guy. So I just kept typing shit into his chat. All right, but anyways, so, and again, I'm talking about this guy specifically, not a population in general. So let's make that very clear. So they say it's supposed to be mostly cloudy in this game, which equates to overcast in Madden. So let's go ahead and get this thing going. Let's get this party started. So Bubba, why is your day bad today, man? Where are you at, Bubba? Why is your day bad? Did the betting work? If you had the Gold Dragons, yes, I see 2 bets for Denver. So if you were the only two, yes, you were the only two that bet. So yes, it did. Oh, I gotta plug in my. It's like, I would love to go head to head with someone like that and just be like, oh yeah, that's right. He outright insulted someone right at the beginning of the broadcast, and at the beginning of one of his head-to-heads, and then he's like, "What is this guy doing? Why is he not talking to me?" It's like, are you like that? Are you that like messed up in the head that you think that you can just go in and start insulting people? That's weird. Like, who do you think you are? Where do you think people should want to talk to you after you just sat there and insulted them for like the first minute of the head-to-head? Like, clearly you're like full of yourself, which the guy clearly is. He thinks he's God's gift to earth, apparently, or something. I don't know, but he's gonna get a rude awakening, because once he goes up against the higher broadcasters on the app, who define what the app is, that dude's going to get shut down so damn fast, and it's going to be great to see when he's no longer on the app. So I made some hot cocoa tonight, guys. So I got some hot cocoa with me right now, so that was good. I got my Halloween costume complete, so I have it ready to wear to when I go get my hair cut at the end of the month. I'm thinking about surprising my brother with it, too. Like, not having him know that I'm going to come over his house and just, like, show up with this costume and be all serious and stuff. Like, legitimately, I might try to scare him, but I don't want to get murdered by my brother trying to scare him.
And in Baltimore, they drafted Lamar Jackson. Eventually, he would take over for Flacco week 10 a season ago. So Flacco out. Well, the Broncos said, we still think he has some time left in his career. They bring him in for some stability at quarterback, something that they really haven't had in Denver since.
That person was weird. I kept saying stuff about pay. Yeah, I don't. You know, I mean, whatever. You know, people. It's fine if people want to talk about whatever. That's fine. I mean, that was hardly the weirdest thing that happened last night, though, right? The other, the transvestite that came to the broadcast. That was, you know, that was pretty unique. So yeah, guys, I had a transvestite come to my, well, a supposed transvestite come to my Live Me broadcast last night, and saying all these like sexual things that they would wanted to do with me or something. It was pretty interesting.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay.
Oh, stopped short. Didn't really gain anything. I think he lost the yard, actually.
looks now at the Chiefs' defense.
When your defense ranks 31st against the pass, you have to make moves in order to make it better, and the Chiefs did exactly that in bringing in safety Tyrann Mathieu, who has great instincts and the ability to play both safety and nickel corner. I love the way that he roams around the secondary and brings a great attitude and edge to the locker room.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, 3rd and long for Denver. Flacco throws. Wow, he's open.
He finds Sanders. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards. The 6th season in Denver now for Emmanuel Sanders after those 4 years in Pittsburgh. And you may recall Sanders tore his Achilles December 5th last year in practice. But before the injury, he was on his way to another 1,000-yard season. Would have been his 4th in his first 5 years in a Bronco uniform. And now at 32 years of age as he tries to return to full speed.
So how was everyone's day today, man? How was everyone's Wednesday? Yeah, you didn't know that? He started, I believe that's where his career started. Yes, Emmanuel Sanders did play in Pittsburgh. You didn't know that? Yeah, it was a long time ago.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
I think he may have been, geez, I want to say he may have been there when, like, Santonio Holmes was there or something. I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe it was, like, towards the end of Santonio Holmes' career there, but I feel like he was there when Holmes was there, possibly. Could that have been, like, 10 years ago?
What makes a good run blitz?
Maybe?
The ability to stay on task,
I don't know.
to follow up your assignment,
Because if he's 32 now, then he had to be about 22 or 21, 23, something like that. Oh, caught! Oh, but he couldn't hang on. Incomplete pass. So Broncos look like they're going to have to punt unless they try to fake punt it. Today wasn't too bad, actually. You know, it was a mostly quiet day at work, thank goodness. And
from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Second-year punter Colby Wadman out there now.
How dare him? All right, so okay, so Broncos do punt. Yeah, it was just better today, just because we had something on the calendar. We have something booked on our calendars that work for like the next 3 days, and so it.
Here in a second, but in that game in Week 6, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick for Patrick Mahomes. But the Chiefs now, Charles, 2 straight losses at home, and they're at 4-2.
Just a couple weeks ago, we were ready to give Patrick Mahomes a 2nd straight MVP, and he may still win it. He's that talented, but the struggles are twofold.
Dang it! Stop doing that.
Battling an ankle injury, and 2, his own defense. He's got to play catch-up ball a lot, or hero ball, as they say, to try and maintain a proper pace and stay ahead.
I spelled that wrong too, even.
At their own 27. Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
Mahomes throws short, caught for a few yards. Geez, maybe like 2 yards out of all that. Wow, 3 yards.
And now the Chiefs' offensive starters.
In 2018, the Chiefs were looking for help in their offensive line, and they received it from guard Andrew Wiley. A formerly undrafted free agent, he settled in as a mainstay at guard and mauled people on the offensive line. They expect big things out of him in 2019 and beyond.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. As we get a look at these defenses.
Why does the video seem choppy to me? Is that just my... oh, you know what I need to do? I should do this. Actually, I need to fix this because that might be causing problems.
They were quiet in their 4-game losing streak to start the season.
Ooh, that's...
5 sacks in their first 5 games.
That could be causing some issues with my stream. Alright, I'm just going to close this. Oh, come on. There we go. Alright. Oh, Mahomes looking, caught, first down on 3rd and 5.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To McCoy. What the heck was McCoy doing? He was pretty far down the damn field.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver.
But yeah, so we have our calendars booked off, and so there's not a whole lot of meetings, I think, for the next few days. So it kind of gave me some time to like start trying to catch up on some stuff, and yeah, so I had some time to catch up on some stuff, and that's pretty much it. Like, it was pretty quiet today, which is good. Plus, I got to leave. Like, I made it a point to make sure I left earlier today than I did yesterday. The thing that we were waiting on last night to get approved finally got approved for today, so we got that out of the way. And what's up, Amon? You butthead. Delayed draw, fake. Mahomes throws deep. Oh, what a catch. Oh, but he drops it. Incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play.
So close to being Marcus and Gold Dragons. Uh-oh. And a delayed draw there. Oh, but stuffed. Lost a yard.
He is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard.
You know, it's interesting. Do Chiefs really have much of a run game without Kareem Hunt there anymore?
This has been a pretty long drive.
I don't know much about their rushing stats, but I feel like Mahomes is throwing an awful lot.
The penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss.
Oh, I hate that, dude. The Weather Channel, I hate how their alert name is called Real-Time Rain and Snow. But even if your forecast doesn't include snow or something like that, it's still still the name of the alert, and it's like every time I see it I'm like, snow? Oh god, then it's like, oh wait, no, it's supposed to rain. Like, are you kidding me? Oh, what a catch, first down, 1st and goal at the 4. Yeah, Hunt will be coming back. I mean, I don't know how much it'll help him though, because again, like, it's just, you know, Chubb by himself is fine. You know, they don't even need Kareem Hunt. I mean, to be honest, they don't even need Kareem Hunt right now. They just need to stop turning the ball over and they'll be fine. They'd be winning games, like, hands down, easy.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
What's up, Electro?
Cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
From the gun, it's Mahomes.
Oh, down goes Mahomes. Down goes Mahomes.
Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because
So when I finally got the person,
first and goal.
I finally got the girl on Live Me who I've supported the most on the app to date. She agreed that she's thinking that we might do a head-to-head this weekend. Because I told her today, she's like, I don't know how I'm gonna grow on here. And I'm like, you got to do the head-to-heads, man. She's like, yeah, but I'm afraid. I'm like, you got to do them though. It's like that's the only way you get, you get other people's viewers seeing you, and then maybe they become your followers, and then maybe their friends' followers. It's just you got to get your name out there and get known. If you stay in your little bubbles, doing head-to-heads only with people then you're not going to get very far because you're still just always going to just be known by people in that small bubble. So, and she's like, okay, I probably, all right. Oh, 3rd and goal, and they get stuffed. So they only gained 2 yards once they got to the in-goal situation. So remember they had 1st and goal at the 4, so now they just ended up at the 2. So it looks like Kansas City's going to kick a field goal here, although, you might consider trying to go for the TD, because why not?
3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs.
I just and the kick is good. So a 3-0 lead for the Chiefs. That name is just like, you know, that kid, that dude had to get picked on a lot at school. You just know it. Like, legit.
Yeah, Gano said, "Oh no, I'm keeping
oh
my
no."
job." But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
All right, let's run this so we can fix that. There we go. All right, that should have fixed that. There we go. So now we got the right hours for Preston in there. All right, so Kansas City kicking off now, up by 3 with 2:47 left in the first.
This will be taken in at the 1.
Oh man, not a good return there. Not great, but not too bad.
22-yard line. As Denver takes back over possession of the football, I want to discuss their Week 6 victory. They shut out Tennessee, so now they're 2-4, 2 straight wins after the 0-4 start. And on an afternoon where Champ Bailey and the family of late owner Pat Bowlen were presented with Hall of Fame rings, the Broncos defense, they played like Hall of Famers.
They certainly did. And how about these season-saving victories the last 2 weeks out, right? Started 0-4, have won 2 straight, and I think they've got a chance to run off a few more, right? They've got a huge game on Thursday night, but it's at home against Kansas City. Struggled itself.
You mean like this game right now?
Then they go to Indianapolis, and then they come home to play Cleveland. None of these games are out of reach for a team that's playing as well as they are on defense.
Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Flacco on the give to Lindsay.
Man, that was a long run just to get to the outside. Gets like 5 yards, yeah.
Talked about Philip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018, the Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Philip Lindsay.
Oh, and they connect for the first. The Browns have a bye week this week. So they have a bye week this week, and then the week after they play New England.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays.
I think that's at home. Wait, is that really JS? Is this really JS, my dude? Is that you? Been a minute, dude, for real, man. What is up, my dude? What is going on, man? How are you? You know, you're listed there as the top Canadian donator, man. Kill Eclipse. I'm good, bro. You got married. Wow, you got married. Well, congratulations, dude. Congratulations. So, when's the divorce? No, I'm just playing. When's the divorce? I'm just playing, dude. No, that's good. That's cool. So, did your wife, like, did either of you have kids, like, going into your marriage or anything like that? Or you guys both childless going in? I've been all right, dude. I've been all right. Just getting back to the grind of things. Yeah, I kind of stepped away from YouTube for a little bit due to personal reasons, and so I've been trying to get back into the swing of things, getting things going again. So things have slowed down. Things have slowed down a little bit in terms of viewership to some extent. So I'm just trying to work on, you know, being consistent, getting back to being consistent again, and letting people know I'm still here. So that's the story of my life right now. Well, one of them at least. What else has it been up with you, man, except for getting married? Kyler Murray throws, dude. Kyler Murray is not that good. You know, I hate to say it, but he's not that good. He's not going to throw 5 touchdowns against the Giants. I don't think so. I mean, he didn't even throw, like, I don't even know if he had any how many touchdowns he had, but I feel like he may have had like only a couple touchdowns against the Ravens defense, and their defense isn't all that great. Who else have they played that's really been worth anything? Like, they played Cincinnati, right? So did they really destroy Cincinnati? I mean, no. Just been going to a lot of Canucks games. Okay, cool.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. On first and 10.
Mahomes back to pass, throws. Oh, what a catch. Oh, but out of bounds, incomplete. Oh, that looked close. I would challenge. That looked like he could have been in, man. But now we're not going to see a replay. I don't know if he's a bust. I mean, he's... First off, they don't have a complete team. So, I mean, yeah, they have Larry Fitzgerald, but the dude's like 100 years old now at this point. So, they don't really have any other, at least in my opinion, I don't think they really have any other wide receivers worth noting. They don't have, I mean, they've got David Johnson. Their defense has only got Patrick Peterson. And, like, who else do you know, like, on the team except for, like, a couple of guys? Like, it just...
That's complete to Robinson.
And a first down for Kansas City on 2nd and long.
15 yards on the play, first down.
How long am I streaming for? I'm just doing this one game, so it'll probably be like 8:30 by the time this one's over, something like that. So another hour. I use shorter quarters now. I use 10-minute 10-minute quarters, so they end up lasting like an hour and a half, something like that. Hour and a half, hour 45 minutes. I started at 7, so 7 Eastern time.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
17 surgeries. Holy hell, dude. That poor guy, man. Oh, he's going deep. Oh, no. What a catch, but he dropped it. Knocked it loose. All right, no problem, dude. No problem, JS.
Those passes out that far wide.
Adulting sucks.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect.
Damn, dude, that was a good, like, I mean, the throw was a little behind him, though. Not gonna lie. Wait, what the hell? Why did the linebacker had a clear path to him and he just backed up? Oh, what a catch. Why is Kelsey just standing there anyways? Yeah, Donovan, it'll be probably close to right after I get off of here. I'll probably take like a 5-10 minute break or something like that. So I would say best case I would start at 9 at least, if not just before then.
During that span, by the way, 18 touchdowns of 40-plus yards. That's more than double the next best total. Mahomes now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a first and 10.
All right, here's a run with. Oh, nice. McCoy breaks 1 tackle, got 2 yards.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
So I'm confused. I thought, is that like Williams guy? Is he like a backup now to LaShawn McCoy in Kansas City? What's Live Me? It's an app. JS. It's an app that basically it's just like where people interact with one another through like video chat and it's primarily through video chat. Really, is how you interact with people. So people can type and ask you questions or interact with you through just typing, but then you can also like talk to other broadcasters on app through video chat and stuff like that. And it's basically it's a way, if you can become successful on the app, you can actually make money legitimately on the app. So like people gift you stuff and then you get what they call diamonds from it, and then you can take those diamonds after a period of time and then you can like cash them out, basically convert them to real cash, where you get paid for broadcasting. But you have to be like one of those, you have to be someone who becomes someone on the app to even have a chance to. And stopped at the 1. you have to be someone who comes someone on the app to have a chance to even be able to cash stuff out. Like, you have to make a lot of diamonds in order to be able to cash out on the app. So, and they have different things going on now with the app. The app's been kind of, I wouldn't say died. The app didn't die, but they had a lot of broadcasters on there before that ended up leaving. The majority of like the popular broadcasters had left. I have not made any money off of it because you have to have, because again, you only get diamonds through gifts. So if you don't get gifts, then you don't get diamonds, and if you don't get diamonds, then you can't get paid. So that's why it's important that, like, in your broadcast, especially when you're doing head-to-heads and stuff like that, that you have people there that can give you some coins, essentially, or give you gifts.
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route.
So I mean, and people like, and I've done it myself too. I mean, I've recharged on the app. I'm not suggesting anyone else should, but like, I've recharged on the app myself, where you pay money to get coins, and then you would use those to go gift other people. So that's one way to get coins, or you just go and make sure you're in chats that have coin drops and stuff like that. Which, if you guys ever wanted to know how to do that, I can explain to you exactly how you do that, because I have a method. You got pizza on the way? Damn, dude. That's cool. Yeah, I kind of gave up food like that, man. I've given up a lot of, actually, I haven't even eaten anything tonight. There were food trucks that came to work today, and they actually gave out tickets so that way you can go to any one of the food trucks and you get something free for lunch. So that was kind of neat. And they had this one that had Philly cheesesteak nachos. So I got that. It was Philly cheesesteak nachos with steak, because you get either steak or chicken on it. So I got that with steak, and wow, they were actually very good. I was impressed. But I didn't plan on going to the food truck originally, so I had bought like some salad and some cheese and crackers. And since I didn't eat them at work, I just put them in my bag and took them home with me. So then I put them in the fridge after I got home to have that for dinner. So that way it doesn't go to waste. So yeah, it was actually really good. It was pretty filling. It was filling enough. But I've cut out like sugar in my diet. That's probably about the worst I eat like all week. Was that lunch today. But I cut out like sugar in my diet, dude, to try to like cut fat. Yeah, I'm not a big guy, but I have like a lot of belly fat, which again is pretty typical for people who as you get older. But sugar certainly contributes to that. So I've made it a thing. I don't really drink like pop anymore, or like anything that really has sugar in it. So, and it's helped me cut a little bit of, it's helped me shed a few pounds so far, but over time it should help.
Yeah, they just can't stop anyone running the football.
Okay, and then the Rams, 3 straight losses for them.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so we got Kansas City. I didn't really acknowledge their last touchdown, but everyone saw what happened there. So,
and then the Browns. Everyone was so high on them before the season started. What about now?
So many expectations. That's part of the problem they have right now, but they still would be contenders in their division.
Quickly back to the Chiefs, though. Are you concerned about them? They're still a real contender here, aren't they?
Still a contender, but I'm concerned as heck on defense.
Oh, play action. Oh, down goes Flacco. Down goes Flacco on 3rd down and 3. They could not convert. Flacco gets sacked, so it looks like Denver's going to have to punt now. Uh-oh. Yeah, we actually we thought we were standing in a line. So there was one food truck that was primarily like Mexican type stuff, like nachos and tacos and stuff like that. And we sat, and it was raining outside. It was not like pouring, but it was coming down enough where essentially I'm just sitting out there in a hoodie, like getting poured on with a friend from work. And then we get we were like within like 2 people of the front of the line, and I'm like, my friend's like, no, I thought they had like some other type of nachos or something, but this only shows like cheesesteak nachos or whatever. So I looked at the thing again, and I'm like, dude, I'm like, we're in the wrong line. I'm like, this is like, they have this stuff here. You know, they happen to have nachos, but then I'm like, there's another truck with a similar name that was further down. And he looked at me, he's like, would you still want to get something from here anyways? I'm like, yeah, dude, I'm not going to sit in another freaking line. Fuck that, man. So we were just like, fine, we'll just get cheesesteak nachos. We just kind of settled, but I'm glad. I mean, they were fine. They tasted great. Like I said, I mean, I think a lot of stuff like that tastes great to me now because I don't really eat complex food like that now. You know, I usually stick to like oatmeal and just bland kind of average foods because those are the ones that don't have a bunch of crap in them. Oh, Kelsey gets tackled backwards, ends up losing a yard. Jeez.
But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught.
Hey, at least we beat King Koopa this time in the chat or in the boss fight. Mahomes throws, caught. Wow, angled to the sideline, completes for the first. Man, apparently no one wants to see Chiefs and Broncos tonight. There must be something going on Wednesday night that people are like, meh. Maybe it was because I didn't stream last night. That usually affects things too at times.
And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback.
Mahomes throws. Oh man, the offender, the offensive player Tyreek had to play defense there and bat that ball out of the hands of the defender because that was not a good throw.
But that's one step in the proper direction.
Line of scrimmage again, the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. This is McCoy.
And McCoy gets a few yards.
33, a pickup of about 4.
All right, JS, that's cool, man.
Been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
Screenplay. Oh, broken screenplay. All right, they're at the 33. Field goal should be in range for the most part. It should be makeable with Butker, but you know, you never know, man. Stuff could go sideways. Stuff could go sideways.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt.
And the kick is up and whoa, wow, way short. How would that kick short? I mean, they're in Denver. Imagine if Donkeys win. I don't know, man. It seemed like that was delayed too, though. Like it took a little bit for that kick to develop for some reason. I'm not really sure why, but it did, and he missed it. And that's kind of weird though for Denver because you know the balls travel further because of the thin air. So that's. I don't know if I agree with that right there. I think it's kind of hard to miss short in Denver. But I'm sure Madden does not take that into consideration. I'd say I'm 90% certain of that.
They tried a 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40.
Screenplay to the receiver. Oh, wow, they actually went for positive yard, 9-yard gain.
Very good gain on 1st down, 9 yards on the dump off.
I ate a Bible. It tasted like spirituality. Wow, that's deep, Marcus.
Of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
From just shy of midfield.
Caught. Oh, and a first down for Denver.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Flacco throws short. That seems like a lot of short throws. I don't think I've seen. I think Denver's thrown down the field at all once yet. 40. It wasn't 46 degrees. It was 68 degrees, Marcus. Get it right, buddy. 68 degrees. Donovan was talking about him earlier. Oh, play action. Throw in. Again, another short throw. That could have been picked almost. Jeez.
But it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking to get it to Phillip Lindsay there, and it's third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit.
And a fake delay draw caught. First down for Denver. Oh, to the 20.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
All right. Oh, a handoff this time. An actual handoff. Got a yard or two. Okay. So, Bob, man, what's up, dude? How's your... Oh, excuse me. How's your day today? I woke up... I went to bed at, like, midnight again. I don't know why I went to bed so late. Oh, probably because I was on Live Me. You miss Andrew Luck? Why would you miss Andrew Luck? Dude, I thought you were a Jacoby Brissett fan now, Marcus, right? That's all that matters, as long as he doesn't get injured. All right, so a loss of 2 yards that they just gained. Or previously gained.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop.
Yeah, I need to warm up this hot cocoa.
I think quarterbacks gotta see that.
Dude, hot chocolate is so good. Oh. But I can't drink too much of it because it does have a lot of sugar and fat in it. So, sigh, another block. Mike, you said that last week. Remember, the Packers were supposed to blow out the Lions, and what happened there? Throws caught. Oh, popped out. Incomplete. The Packers were supposed to blow out the Lions, said Mike. Famous last words from Monday Night Sim. Remember that, Mike? And what happened? Are you gonna tell me you're gonna be like that double break kid and be like, "Oh yeah, 1 point is considered a blowout"?
So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. It'll be a 37-yard attempt.
And the kick is up, and it is good. So Denver finally gets on the board. What the heck did that hit? Did that bounced out like that? That's not usually how it works. How the hell? What the hell did that hit so hard that it bounced out? The net. What the heck? The net's not like that. What the heck?
That's not gonna solve all their problems either.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run.
All right, so Kansas City's got the 2-minute warning and 3 timeouts with another opportunity to drive down the field and make something happen. Mahomes already 12 for 17, 177 yards and a touchdown, so not looking too bad right about now. Remember, technically the second quarter is where Mahomes thrives the most. So there's a chance that they can go down there and do some damage.
He's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
See? He already has 1 touchdown in the second quarter, so why not another? Because that's when they do the most scoring, it seems. Mahomes throws, for like 3 yards, okay.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's up, Chester, you little butthead? You little butthead kids.
score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports.
See, Mike didn't answer me because he knows I'm right. Oh, Mahomes throws, caught, first down, and then some. So now to the 47 with a minute 50 left in the half.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want
Mahomes had to sit in there. He looked like he was going to get rid of that first, and he stepped up, made a throw, and then got drilled
great spot to get it done.
to Robinson.
Mahomes now.
Oh, you know what? I mentioned Tyreek earlier. That wasn't Tyreek. That was Robinson. Mahomes looking, throws. Oh, caught by Kelsey inbounds. So they're not quite in field goal range just yet, but they're pretty close. So
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And,
Oh, that's so
you always
annoying.
wanna keep that up.
Maxwell, stop
You
it.
feel like you can always bounce back after plays.
dude, Maxwell, he gets so obnoxious, man. Like if Chester's ever laying in my lap on my chair, his tail wiggles below the chair, and then Maxwell comes over and thinks it's a game, so he starts trying to play with Chester's tail, and then just ends up pissing him off. Delayed draw. I'm not sure why Mahomes jumped so high though. All right, are they going to call a timeout and try to conserve some time? Okay, there's our the required 1 minute and 1 second timeout from EA built into the game because 101 means something to someone somewhere. Mahomes back to pass, throws short. What are they doing? Okay, they called their second timeout. Like they're just kind of inching up for field goal position, I guess. I mean, which is kind of boring, right, Chester? Say that's kind of boring, man. Say we want to see some touchdowns. We want to see some TDs. 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 Right? Say we want to see some TDs. All right, Mahomes back to pass again. Scrambling. He's running. Oh, there's a flag. It's probably offensive holding, so this is not going to matter at all. Yeah, that sucks for them because now they're back to the 35, so that hurts a lot.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
So now they need to get, they need to at least get 6 yards back, 5-6 yards to be in good field goal range this time. Bucker should have not missed that first field goal short. That made no sense. Tavis must be one of those days where everyone's kind of meh. Mahomes looking again. Uh-oh. What's going to happen? He throws. Oh, incomplete. I don't know what he was throwing to there. There was a big pile of guys just kind of waiting for the ball. There was like a collision down there by the goal line. So Kansas City's got one more timeout, second down and 20. They need to at least get 5 yards to be in field goal range. Mahomes throws. Oh my God, that could have been picked. But it got popped out. He had it, then it got batted out. So third down and long. Everyone's shaking hands over there on the defense. They're psyched. They're amped. Big Rams got seduced last night by a transvestite. Marcus, by a transvestite of all people. Oh, Mahomes looks. Oh my gosh, 3 straight incompletions. Wow. Denver's got everyone in coverage. Although it's weird. It looked like they blitzed. Oh no. Oh yeah, I think they did. I think they had 5 at the line there. No, yeah, they had 5 at the line. So they sent a blitz and they didn't even get there, but somehow they still managed to cover everyone. Although I feel like Tyreek's not in this game. Isn't he supposed to play? I thought Tyreek is back. So I mean, if Tyreek's not in the game, that could be something, you know, to consider as part of this. All right, so they're going for a long field goal. There we go. The kick is up, and oh my God, short again. Dude, this is Denver, EA. It's not going to be short like that, most likely. Not from that distance. Why isn't Cartwheel Man playing? What are you talking about?
So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
And Denver getting set to take the field. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the
Maxwell,
huddle where you come off the bench
what are you
here and
doing?
you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position
Maxwell.
to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
Would you go to the Super Bowl if it was in Cleveland? I would consider it. I mean, it would be even better if Cleveland was in it, but... Oh, caught! Oh! He got held up! So Denver uses their first time out. They may actually be able to get another field goal out of this now after just one play.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
So I got a replacement keyboard from work. I don't know if I mentioned that the other day, that my work keyboard that I had. I've had the same keyboard for like 7 or 8 years now from work. And finally, like, the keys were starting to get stuck and stuff like that. So when I was at work on Tuesday, I asked for a replacement keyboard, and they gave me one to take home. Oh, caught, and oh, to the 40. Oh, call another timeout. What are you doing? Wow. Ohio State has weed stickers on the helmets? No, not quite. Not quite. They're Buckeye tree leaves. Marijuana. Magic marijuana. And caught. Oh, he got inside. So this is going to be the field goal attempt here, it looks like, to get it spelling 100. Yes, it was, that was pretty good, Marcus. Sort of. All right, let's see. This should be a makeable field goal. The kick is up, and it is good. Why does all his kicks bounce out of the freaking goal like that? The uprights. Has he got like a leg of steel or something? All right, so 10-6. It's still a one-possession game. I mean...
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little...
Oh, you know what? Let me check to see how my food's doing, because I put it in the... I actually put it in the freezer. Oh, excuse me. I put it in the freezer so it would get cold quicker. So I got my salad and my cheese and crackers that I brought home from work. So I wanted to get them cold real quick. So they've been in there for about, oh, you know what? I guess it's been about an hour now. So they should be pretty cold. They should be pretty cold. So I'll be back in a minute.
Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3.
All right, everything should be nice and cold now. Thank goodness.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the
Yeah, salad's not very good once if you put it in the freezer.
Hit 'em with something else.
Oh, incomplete. Wow, no, Kelsey wasn't watching his footwork there.
So it's incomplete. Okay, now I want to revisit what we were doing earlier, contender versus pretender. We did the AFC. Let's rock the NFC here, starting with the New York Giants.
Pretender, but much improved.
Okay, NFC.
Wow.
How about the Vikings?
You hear that, Donovan?
Contender, no doubt about it.
Carolina in the South, what do you think there?
Contender and ascending.
Okay, the quarterback play has become a good thing for them. Finally, out west, how about the Arizona Cardinals?
Pretender. The division's just way too tough. There are 3 teams better than them.
The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle.
He just called the New York Giants pretenders. Oh,
Foresee incompletion on first down.
Damn it.
Shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the
Yeah,
quarterback in an
that was not
expected
good.
passing situation.
Throwing is
All right, Mahomes back to pass. Looking. Oh my gosh, what the hell? Oh my God, he was in bounds.
McCoy.
Wow.
A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
What? Marcus, what are you talking about?
Strength and brawn. It's also a game
That's
of mismatches, and they're trying to create one
just
there.
weird.
Get it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get
I
a
just
matchup
spilled
against a linebacker or maybe a defensive
some of my
end
salad on
zone
myself.
blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Damn it. See, kids, this is why you don't eat while streaming, because it's a dangerous line to cross. How do you have a lot of gold dragons? Oh, I don't know. Maybe from this bet that you made. Oh, why does Sean McCoy carry the football with one hand? There's no halfback that carries the football like that.
There at a Kansas City first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience.
Damn it, dude! I cannot believe I
Has had the
dropped
game he
that.
expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield.
Yes, it's very clumsy. So now I gotta pick all this crap up because I don't want to get like ants or something like that in my house.
Executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Or rodents, or have the cats trying to eat food. Come on, Tucker, get.
On second down, it's McCoy. And a short gain down to about the 33. Todd Davis, the Broncos' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Rams defense have so many stars yet they still suck.
Throughout this game, really from both teams. There's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
I mean, if your offense can't generate, if your offense can't help you out, your defense is not going to be that great, right? If your defense is on the field too often because your offense sucks, then it kind of happens. Another field goal attempt, and that one is no good too. What the heck? How come Butker keeps missing all these field goals? I'm beginning to think that there's some hacks going on here.
Hold a kick from this distance against him, but that is now 3 misses for him in the game so far.
3, and you wonder where his head's at right now. Kickers are a funny breed, but I have a feeling he'd love to see a 29-yarder next time to get him back in the groove.
So now a look at the Broncos.
I know, Marcus. That's what I've been saying.
Their first possession of the second half.
He's missed 3 field goals from like distances that most kickers will make in Denver.
They have planned because
That's why I'm calling hacks.
Start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And
Calling BS on this.
big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be
I don't think so, Marcus. That's why I think that's a little too much to ask.
Producing, but with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game.
I'm almost certain they don't take that into no, it's not harder. It's easier to kick because the ball can travel further. Flacco going deep. Oh my gosh, almost picked. The ball can travel longer, so it's actually easier to kick field goals than mile high, or kick longer than usual. So it's actually preferable to be kicking there. The hard part about being in mile high is because of the air quality. So like it makes it harder for defenders, for example, or other players, if you're not used to the atmosphere, to play for extended periods of time because you're like gasping for air a lot. Oh my God! I think the cheese got frozen. Oh shit!
Looks like
That
they're
was
just
close.
totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems
No, it just got really hard. That's what she said. Yeah. Putting this in a freezer. Should all NFL teams have domes? No. Because then weather can never be like some of the famous games that you might have heard about. So in some cases have involved weather, inclement weather. Those are like some of the best games.
This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Down
So that would be boring if everyone had a dome.
absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
There would be no advantage. They could just manufacture snow inside the dome like they do at certain like hockey slopes. Colt McCoy gets pushed back. What? How did he lose a yard? He went forward.
Well, they say he did get
Wow.
back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in this spot, and my coach was always saying, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Again, it's McCoy.
Oh, McCoy. Oh, man, they helped him out. They almost gave him on the first.
On the 11-yard line. Wind up getting
Well, I think the Rams and 49ers were doomed to fail, or the Rams and Chargers were doomed to fail there from the start.
Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
I don't think there was any question that
philosophy at this point going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
the Chiefs going to be the death of the team. What do you mean? The death of what team?
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he'll have the first
The
down
death of the
as he's up to
Rams?
about the 18. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
What the heck? Why did that guy just do like a barrel or like a freaking like military roll on the ground or whatever he did after the play? That was so weird. Oh, the defense is going to be the death of the team. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, you just have to play good enough, right? Just good enough to let Mahomes outscore them. Right? You just have to make a few stops and then hope that your offense can outscore their defense.
On first down, McCoy. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
Well, remember, Raiders are moving out to Vegas next year anyway, so
Breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll throw with Mahomes.
how many yards do I think Lindsey's going to get? I have no idea, man.
This one across
How many do you think he's going to get? Are you a Broncos fan, Luke?
play, first down.
I mean, move Rams to Vegas. And Raiders to LA? No. I mean, I still feel bad for St. Louis because I can completely relate to the emotions that you feel as a fan base when someone moves a team out of your city. I can 100% relate to that. It's not fun at all. Oh, wow.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the
Another first for McCoy.
and he'll get it into enemy territory.
Chargers already moving to St. Louis? No, they're not.
7 yards there and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little
No, they're
attrition
not.
setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run,
I think they're preparing to move back
And that's the last thing they
to the
need,
other
especially when you
stadium.
Look up at the scoreboard. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory.
That's the more likely change.
49-yard line. Now here's Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And he's got this down to the 35.
I think it's more likely for the Chargers to move back to where their fan base is.
14 yards.
think it all came together there.
Chester, stop.
Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
You don't trust Flacco? Okay.
Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the gun. It's
Mahomes throws, caught, first down.
finds McCoy. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 23 yards, the final tally. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That throw.
You like Flacco's personality and calmness, but doesn't have a ton of leadership capabilities, and he plays really conservative.
But it's never a bad idea to try to get the
Could be,
ball
I mean-
into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Williams.
Oh, wow, what a run. Oh, my gosh. He didn't get the first, though.
Closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness, just about got him into the end zone.
Ugh. This cheese is all stuck together from being put in the freezer.
On 3rd down, here's
Oh, they gave him the first. Oh, you idiots. You shoved him forward for the first.
as he's tackled at the
Idiotic AI. But, you know, they do that in real games, too, though. I've never understand why defensive players will
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting
push a
to
player
happen in this
forward.
game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the
I mean, I get the objective is to tackle him, but
slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
would it be okay to make the NFL a 40-team league?
here in the eye.
I don't think you could do that without revising. Oh my gosh, stuff. You couldn't do that without revising like playoff schedule and stuff like that, and I think that would create some complexity in scheduling as well. You know, I don't even know, like, you know, if realistically, I mean, yeah, everyone could have a game every week, but but then you got all the time slots you need to try to fill. You need people to be able to commentate those games. You want more football? Well, the XFL is coming next year, so you'll have that in the offseason while the NFL is not going on.
Is going to do it for this
So Vince McMahon will bring you XFL next year, so you can have that. That's free of charge. You're welcome, Danny. All right, so we're down to the fourth quarter right now, a 10-6 game. Not much offense to really speak of here. Oh, Chiefs are at least in field goal range, something that Butker can make apparently in Denver. Oh my gosh, he's getting stuffed. Lost 2 more yards.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium.
So you think if they force Luke said, you think if they force Mahomes to pass, then that's the only way they can, one of the ways that Denver might win. Oh, caught touchdown. Williams. Oh, there is Tyreek. He's in here.
The Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field.
It's double. When did Aaron Rodgers donate?
Butker now to add the extra point.
It was a little while ago.
It's good.
Luke, man, I like the Browns. I live in Cleveland, around Cleveland, so home team. All right, so Kansas City got the touchdown and extra point, so now they're up by 11. 2-possession lead. They expand their lead to now. You're so happy. Why? What's up? Well, that's good then, man. It's nice to be happy sometimes. Well, usually, I should say, not sometimes, but it's always good when you can be happy about something.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Did crime rise after Cleveland left? What? Oh, you're talking about in 96? I don't know. I was too young to worry about that part of it. I was, geez, I want to say I was a freshman in high school when that happened, sophomore. You got offered a scholarship. Well, that's cool, man. That's really cool. Wow. Oh, they're going for the strip. They're not getting it, though.
Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, conversion.
Yeah, I mean, he's just. I think Baker's just trying to do too much in certain cases. Part of it to me still is a little bit is play calling. Like last week when you're up by like 2 possessions, and there's like a minute and a half left or like just under 2 minutes left in the half, and you got a first down. Your first play is to try to throw it to the end zone for a touchdown. Like, why aren't you trying to bleed the clock? Why aren't you trying to bleed the clock? You should be running the ball in that case. Give it to Chubb, dude. Let him do some damage. Like, there's no urgency to try to get a touchdown in one play, and then give them the ball back and have some, give them maybe some possible leverage. Oh, what a catch! Oh man, he's a diving catch for the first.
Situation for him as I see it, but the truth of the matter is that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it.
Well, that's why everyone was asking me like, "Oh, do you think the Browns are going to the Super Bowl or whatever?" And I'm like, let these guys get on the damn field first before we start making predictions like that, because You can't say that about any team.
First and 10. Flacco will take to the air again. This one completes.
Baker turning into Stafford.
He's tackled a yard.
I don't know about that, but
Good gain of 9 on first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position
so I wasn't one of those
continues to evolve.
people that were like, "Oh yeah, they're going to the Super Bowl, man. It's all over."
As a lot of receivers,
It's like, I want to see them get on the field, let them play some games, and we'll see what happens.
big plays for an offense.
I mean, I guess the fortunate part is that at least they have, down goes Flacco, down goes Flacco. At least they have an early bye week this year, so they can spend some time before playing New England. Can you trade for Mahomes?
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play.
Down goes statue. Oh wow.
Good result for the offense.
I mean, but who else would you have rather seen them put out there, Luke? Like honestly, if you take into consideration the Broncos quarterbacks in the past few years, anyone after Peyton Manning, who would you rather have out there over Joe Flacco right now? You want to see Flacco die? What the heck?
Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
You don't know, but you hate him. Okay. Flacco's probably the worst QB the Broncos have had in 5 years. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. The kick is up and it looks like it was wide right. Uh-oh. So Kansas City's up by 11 now with 6.5 minutes left in the game.
All hope not gone yet, but at the same time, you're exactly
That looked like that would have been short. It would have probably hit the crossbar.
motivated defense take the field in order to get
Brandon McAnus. Uh-oh.
big drive.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take.
Well, it is an EA simulation, and EA is, these kicks should be going through, to be honest.
Yeah, I think here's the situation.
I don't think they take into account
Touchdowns anymore.
um,
Just thinking first down
the
to keep up with your theme there.
mile high part of being in Denver
They can't touch the ball.
in this game.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10. On first down, Mahomes,
What the heck was that?
and that's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second
Yeah, neither
down.
kicker today, though, has been having
Quite sure how to judge that,
great
but
success.
Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off.
Unless they're really
Some
close.
fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter.
Why are you passing? Exactly.
Watches the arm there, the
It's
legs.
EA logic, man.
Tough game.
It's not in the games.
Pass here now is
Exclamation point EA logic in chat.
McCoy.
Wow.
It's a gain of about 3, but
He
it's
ran
gonna
like
be
20 yards as the
still
game 3.
7 yards to go.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I don't know. I don't know why he holds the ball like that. For some reason, the McCoy always one hands the ball in this game. It makes absolutely no sense.
And he gets this inside the 35
Well, so
yard line.
they converted a first there, so I mean that's gonna drain some clock.
First down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Play action from Mahomes. He's looking. He throws. Oh, what a catch by Kelsey. 20 yards and in the red zone now.
Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
You won $200 this week. For what?
A lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but
Your fantasy team whooped a kid 170-34. What the heck? This guy really hates the Broncos, right? Right. Oh, he's trying to go for that strip.
It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively.
Oh, good. Nice, Donovan. That's good, man.
Huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Well, you haven't missed too much here. Really, anyways. Oh, that was like a play action screen pass.
They'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
If you're a selfish player,
You thought you were going to get banned. Why?
you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss.
Oh, God. That's what you meant? Oh, you dork. Dude, why are you such a... Dude, why are you such a pain in my butt? You know what? If you just be like if you could just be like a normal person, man, like we wouldn't have any issues. But you just, I feel like you just can't help yourself, dude. You just can't help yourself. I try to give you chances, man, and I don't like banning people. I mean, to be completely honest, I think I've said it before. I do not like banning people, but I will if I have to. If you're just gonna be like retarded. I like to try to keep like a somewhat civil channel. If you have one Browns legend between Jim Brown, Kosar, or Ozzie Newsome, who would you take? Ooh. I feel like it would have to be Jim Brown, man.
A good chance now to put this game on ice.
I feel like it would have to be Jim Brown. The dude was a beast. Did you even have an idea? No, I did not. I didn't know, like...
Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
You said something about double, and I was like, it didn't really click like what you were saying there.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
All right, Mahomes back to pass, 2nd and goal, and throws. Oh, tipped up, incomplete. I mean, this game is pretty much over. It's gonna be hard to score 11 points in Madden in 11 minutes, or sorry, 11 points in 3.5 minutes. Make your Browns dream team from Browns players past and present. Oh, that'd be kind of sick.
I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays.
That would be kind of sick. Oh my God, really? That's your play? Dude, like, come on. So 4th and goal, it doesn't really matter. I mean, they kick a field goal here, go up 20-6, and then it's already over, but that makes it even more over. I don't know. It's still 2 possessions, but do you think the Ravens or the Colts did the worst thing? What do you mean? I don't, what?
This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Stealing team. Oh, really? Dude, I mean, you know, I'd have to say that I'm a little biased because, 1, I like the Colts. 2, you know, I live in Cleveland, so I mean, it's kind of hard to not be biased in that response. Clearly for me, it was worse to have the Browns taken because that was something that the city, you know, a lot of people, and, you know, Cleveland's always been a football city, so regardless of winning an NBA championship, well, I like the Colts. I've liked the Colts since they had Peyton Manning started playing for them. So I started off being like a Peyton Manning fan, and then because I just like the way the dude operated, like when he would get in the huddle and the way he would shift guys at the lines, and just the dude like would put on he was a masterful QB. So I liked him, and so then I started learning more about the team, and You know, when they had Mathis and Freeney and all that kind of stuff. Like, you know, I was happy when they won that Super Bowl against Chicago. Like, I predicted that it was going to be – I predicted that year it was going to be the Colts and the Bears in the Super Bowl. And they ended up going to the Super Bowl. And, you know, for Indy to win that was cool. Like, I was happy that Peyton got his ring in that Super Bowl. You like Luck and Manning? Yeah. Well, honestly, I was really irritated when they brought in Andrew Luck. I didn't like the way they handled the Peyton Manning situation at the end. That was the part that really rubbed me wrong about the organization, was the way they handled that. After all the years of him doing the stuff he did for you, he had 1 year where he got injured, and then he couldn't come back, and then they screwed up because they didn't have a... I did. I predicted who was going to be in the Super Bowl. You can ask my friend Brian. Maybe he won't remember, but I told him, because we talk about football at work all the time, and I told my friend Brian, so I have someone who could back me up on this. I told him that year it was going to be, I predicted Bears and Colts in the Super Bowl. Now that was once we got to the playoffs, so I'm not going to say like I predicted that from week 1, because I don't do that. I wait till, you know, things are in motion, and when I saw how well the Colts were playing and how good of a team the Bears had, because remember, they were relying heavily on their defense at the time, right? Because they had Urlacher back then. They had a decent defense, and they had, I forget, the black coach. I forget his name, but you know what I'm talking about. The black head coach that they had. You know, he was defensive-minded guy. And the fact that they got there was like... But they had freaking Rex... the dude, he was from OSU, I believe, if I remember correct. Rex, whatever his name was. I can't remember his name now. As the QB. No, not Tony Dungy. Rex Grossman, yes. Yeah, Rex Grossman as QB. I was like, dude, come on. Like, it's over, man. Like, when they were playing against, you know, Mathis and Freeney and Bob Sanders, and what, the Colts still had Edgerrin James at that time, man. I'm like, dude, there's no way the Colts don't win that Super Bowl. But then they scared the crap out of me. Lovie Smith, yes. They scared the crap out of me. You know, the Bears scared the crap out of me. Because remember, Devin Hester, the first time in Super Bowl history where the first kickoff of the game was returned for a touchdown. And so the Bears got up on the Colts quick, and that scared the crap out of me. I thought it was going to be like they were going to decimate the Colts, but the Colts hung in there.
You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Yeah, remember Lovie Smith was yeah, he was a defensive-minded guy. So like that was because I thought he was their defensive coordinator or something, right? And then he got promoted because they got rid of their previous head coach or something weird like that. I don't remember exactly the situation from Chicago's standpoint, but I felt like he kind of went through the ranks to end up as their head coach. And then he stayed their head coach for maybe a couple more years after the Super Bowl. Then they started kind of tapering off, and then they got rid of him.
On first down, Flacco.
God, who remembers when? Remember in Denver? Remember when in Denver you had freaking Adam Gase, John Fox, and Matt Del Rio, or no, Dan Del Rio, whatever his name was, that Del Rio guy. Can you imagine? That was like actually like that was a very legit coaching staff. And then they got rid of Gase and they brought in damn, I forget his name, the dude from the Texans who was the head coach of the Texans, the guy who had a heart attack. Jack Del Rio. I don't know why I was thinking like Dan or Matt. I don't know why. Who was the guy they brought in from the Texans? Kuback, yeah, Gary Kuback, right? Yeah, they brought him in, and to be the offensive coordinator or whatever. Like, I mean, how could you? That was a pretty legit coaching staff they had behind Peyton Manning. So, throws, double coverage. Oh my gosh, almost picked.
They took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Dude, I don't. So double break. So there's one thing you have to know about me, if you don't already know it by now, which I feel like you probably should know by now, but I'm not one to make comparisons between quarterbacks when one quarterback is a veteran that's retired from the NFL versus some guy who's only been in the league for like a year and a half. Like you can't make any comparison like that. You have to that takes time before you can even start formulating a reasonable opinion about how well someone does or is playing in comparison to someone else. All right, so the Broncos went for it on 4th down, and Flacco overthrew the receiver, and it is turnover on down. So basically, that's game. I mean, it's been game, but that's game. Wade Phillips was awesome. Oh yeah, that's right. They had Wade Phillips too, right?
But maybe he's in his own head a little bit after that hot start and the cool off.
Sometimes that happens, and this is where you get tested as a player in this league.
Wait, did they have Phillips? Well, they had Phillips after Del Rio, right? Because Del Rio was their defensive coordinator, if I remember. Fox was the head coach, and then Gase was the offensive coordinator, and then they got rid of Gase, or Gase left for Miami, and then they brought in. It's Kubiak. Someone said oh yeah, Kubiak. Yeah, so they brought in Kubiak for offensive coordinator, right? And then after that, then they ended up getting rid of. Yeah, I remember McDaniels. Yeah. But McDaniels is the one that really helped destroy Denver, like, to be honest, right? Because he made all sorts of kind of crazy trades and did kind of dumb, stupid crap, like drafting Tim Tebow, but, you know. Effing run it, dummy. You're having a Halloween party, you're hosting one, and you're scared. Why are you scared? Oh, I'm assuming so your parents are hosting it for you, or are you like having like friends over or something? Like people, like kids from school that you know or whatever? And what are you going to do during the Halloween party? You're going to like, you're going to have the girls bob for apples or something? Oh. No, but what are you doing? Are you guys having like games and stuff like that, or? 14 people. Wow, that's pretty cool. Is this actually double break? Yes, it is. 3 girls. We're having a part. Well, I mean, so it's not like you're not like. Are you playing games or? Oh, a chocolate fountain, dude. Okay, now you gotta invite me over. If you have a chocolate fountain, you know I've got to be invited. I've got to be invited. I love chocolate fountains. Chocolate strawberries and from a chocolate fountain. Oh, man. That is, like, the greatest. Want to fly out to Toronto? Sure. No, he didn't switch his name. It's another account. It's another account. I can't believe that no one bet on the Chiefs. Like, the Chiefs would have been my first pick in this game, to be honest. I mean, not the Broncos. Come over. Yeah. That'd be a little weird. Like, hey, Mom, I got this, like, 38-year-old man who's going to come over for my party. Like, honey, why are you talking to 38-year-old guys online? Like, that's a little suspect, son. We're gonna have to take your YouTube account away. You're discussing. You're having conversation with old men online. My mom would kill me. Yeah, probably. I could see why. Like just some old dude shows up at the door. Who are you? Oh, I'm Double Break's friend. What? You got to be like double his age. Yeah, I probably am. And then some. It's a huge party. Well, that's good, man. Hope you have fun. Are you going trick or treating and all that stuff? You're 15. Well, yes. Then I'm double your age and plus 3. So you're not going trick or treating. I mean, I guess 15's maybe kind of old, but even then, I think 15's okay. I mean, at 16, then you're done. Like 16, you're done for sure. I think I may have stopped before 15, but I think I went like once when I was 16 or something, just because like there were still older kids that were doing it anyways. So I went just because I could. And I still got a lot of candy, but you stopped at 13. Jeez, bro, man, come on, free candy. Like, come on, man. All right, guys, so let's take a look at the stats before we call this game over. So we've got Mahomes with a 112.4 passer rating, 28 for 41, 366 yards and 2 touchdowns with, I believe, one of those touchdowns was in the second quarter for sure. And the other one was, I believe, in the third. So 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Then you had Flacco with an 84.1 passer rating, 21 of 31, 190 yards, and a 67% completion percentage. So very close in terms of completion percentage. And no picks for Flacco either. Rushing-wise, we had McCoy, leading rusher, with 19 attempts for 62 yards. Lindsey with 9 for 22. That seems like that's probably not very realistic, so take that with a grain of salt. So you host Halloween parties. Okay. I like hosting parties too, actually. I'm far more comfortable with parties that I host, because then things are like on my terms. You know, they're on my stomping ground, so you know, and plus you kind of dictate how things go. So that's why I prefer like being host of parties. All right, so we got receiving wise, we got Sammy Watkins 9 for 107 and a touchdown. McCoy 5 for 76 and a touchdown. Watkins also isn't playing tomorrow. Oh wow, okay. Well, so he has some stats on here, but you know, EA didn't take him out of the game if he's not playing. So McCoy was like the second leading receiver on the team. But see, they'll have Tyreek though, right? So I mean, I don't know if that really, you know, Watkins certainly helps, but Tyreek's still the speedster, so that's the guy you got to watch out. Because remember, they didn't always have Watkins, so, and they did pretty good with Tyreek. So yes, it's in the game. Then you had Herman, the leading receiver. I've never heard of this guy in my life. I'm sorry, I've never heard of this guy at all ever. 8 for 70. So we had Watkins with their only touchdown, and then Demarcus Robinson with the other touchdown for Kansas City. No one else to really speak of here in terms of yardage. Defensively, there wasn't really much defensively, I felt like. So Kansas City had 3 sacks, and Denver had 1. Like we said, there were no interceptions in this game. We had no forced fumbles and no fumble recoveries, so no turnovers. Pretty good. Seems like we had that in the last game too. Like we had the last sim we did, there was no turnovers somehow. So very interesting. Chris Herrick on Tyreek with a safety over the top, and then have the other safety with a linebacker on Kelsey, and we're good. I mean, that's easier than said than done. I mean, if they got the speed, that's what they have to worry about, is if they got the speed to play Tyreek. You know, you need to jam them at the line, you know, force them to not be able to just release off the line too easily. Because then, you know, he can top out a defense pretty damn quick. So that's the thing to look for. Kelsey, you just got to worry about, like, the physicality of the game. Since he's a big physical dude. All right, guys. Well, that is the sim for today. So EA is predicting a Chiefs win. You know, I guess a pretty convincing Chiefs win over Denver, but we'll see. I mean, the Chiefs missed like 4 field goal attempts in this game too, though. So that I think is kind of BS. The Broncos missed like 1 field goal attempt. So if anything, it would be like 32 to 9. You know, I feel like a lot of those field goals would have been made IRL. So because for Kansas City, for Butker, all his field goals were short, and they were like 40-yard field goal attempt. So no. Chris is excellent in man and jamming at the line. We get blown by if you let Tyreek by. All right, guys. Well, that is it for. You'll stop in next time. Okay, man. Just keep it classy, dude. That's all you got to do. That's all I ask. Let's stay classy. Let's stay reasonable. You don't want to be toxic anymore. Okay. That helps. It's a good start. It is annoying, actually. So yeah, so thanks guys for everyone who stopped by tonight, dudes. I appreciate it greatly. If you're not following me already, or sub to the channel, be sure to sub so you can turn on notifications so you see when I go live. So you know I go live. You know, Luke, I don't know if you've been here before. I don't feel like you have, but you know, I usually stream daily at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, I'm pretty active on the community tab on my channel, so like if I'm not gonna stream or just have some stuff to chit chat about, you know, I'll post stuff on there. We've also got a Discord server as well, for people to talk in outside of the stream. So that's where everyone kind of stays active and keeps in touch. You have a pretty smaller, like closer community of people. So it's kind of nice. Just people chit chat outside of the stream too. So, but all right, guys, that's it for today, dudes. Plan is stream tomorrow. Tomorrow will probably be a short stream because of Thursday Night Football. So we'll try to wrap things up by 8 tomorrow. So probably start at maybe like 6:30 or 7 and just go for like an hour, hour and a half or something like that. So before Monday Night Football. So thanks again, guys, for all your support, dudes. Until next time, bye-bye.